A new AAA Lord of the Rings game is coming. This comes from GameSpot. James, what do we got?
Amazon Games is partnering with Embracer Group and Middle-earth Enterprises to create a new Lord of the Rings MMO. If this sounds familiar, it's because Amazon Games previously had a deal to make a Lord of the Rings MMO with Leyu, but it fell apart due to a contract issue. Amazon Games is now trying again and will develop the game internally this time. Amazon's new Lord of the Rings MMO will enter a market that already has a popular and established Lord of the Rings MMO. Standing Stone's Lord of the Rings Online is still out there and getting new updates. It doesn't appear the game has any plans to slow down, and in fact, there are reports that a console edition of Lord of the Rings Online is in the works.
Did you ever play this? You ever play Lord of the Rings
Never.
Online?
You know what? That's a lie. It's not that I didn't play it. I got to the character creator and never got past that.
Okay, totally fair. Yeah, I think
Did you?
Yeah, back when I only had like the 2012 MacBook Pro or whatever, and I jumped on Steam, and that was one of the free games that worked on Mac, and so I downloaded it, gave it a shot for all of 30 minutes before it just completely, tanked the laptop. Just did not play well at all.
Oh
But
God. Okay.
good
And you
times.
just never went back to
No,
it
never set
after
foot.
that.
No, never set foot back. I am interested
You know,
though. I do like Lord of the Rings. I like MMOs.
Maybe it's for the best though.
Sure. With this new one coming, what else we got?
Amazon's game will be an open world MMO adventure set in a persistent world in Middle Earth. It will be based specifically on The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings literary trilogy, not the films or other adaptations that have come to fruition over the years. It's also not connected to or associated with Amazon's Lord of the Rings, the
Which
Rings of Power TV series.
is very interesting because you would think that they would want to spearhead that era of like Middle Earth with the show, and now Amazon would have a game behind it too. They could make that like really large, but I guess that the
They could really
Hobbit,
make it tied in. They could Disneyfy the whole thing.
sure, yeah, you could, yeah, absolutely, you're right.
The Lord of the Rings universe.
Amazon Games Orange County is the team behind New World, is leading development on the untitled new Lord of the Rings MMO. Amazon Games isn't saying much yet about the game, only confirming that it will be a AAA title and it's in the early stages of production. The game is coming to PC and consoles. More details will be announced later. Amazon Games VP Christoph Hartmann said, quote, bringing players a fresh take on the Lord of the Rings has long been an aspiration of our team. And we're honored and grateful that Middle-earth Enterprises is entrusting us with this iconic world, which is pretty interesting. But I think the best part about this is it's coming from the New World developers. New World was an MMO that came out from Amazon that genuinely did pretty good. Like
It did do pretty good.
kind of took over social media for a while. There's still player base, but there's one important part from that game that everybody's hoping that gets brought into the Lord of the Rings kind of MMO verse. And so basically, there is large scale multiplayer battles in New World to where like there's different factions you have when you start and sign up for the game, and you collect resources. And once your resources are at like a certain point and back to your base and you've built your team up, there's a way for the region that you're in and the region that you're connected to fight for that land. And they're sanctioned at a certain time that you have to log in, and the battles are like an hour long. It's like intense, insane, but people love them. And it's a big draw to New World. Even now, people will log in just for the battles. So if they bring that successful type of war to Lord of the Rings, that could be a huge selling factor for it too.
It'd be really fun.
Yeah, they already have that. That's like the bread and butter of New World.
Does this mean that let you play as like an orc or an orcai?
Maybe, because it would be interesting. You wouldn't. It would feel weird to just be like, oh, these are going to be the elves, all the elves versus the humans. I feel like what it's going to be is you're going to have just a bunch of different races and types of characters, and you go to a certain clan or something like that, and the clans are at war instead of like the types of people are at war.
Is that like canon though? Is that sort of
No,
can they work that in?
I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I have no idea. But basically, we got a final quote here. It says, in fact, the game will give the studio a new opportunity to take much of what they worked well for New World, revisit it with the benefits of several years worth of technology advancements, and apply them to a way that's relevant to Lord of the Rings. While New World's Azoth engine will form the foundation of the game, the Orange County studio plans to evolve that engine considerably to deliver something that feels distinct from New World and fitting for the world of Middle-earth. The team has some big plans for the next generation of New World's Azoth engine that will unlock exciting new possibilities. and their game looks good already, and it doesn't take crazy hardware to run their game, so that's leaves the door
Talking about
open.
the older Lord of the Rings MMO.
No, this is for New World.
Oh, New World.
Looks
Gotcha.
pretty good, and you don't need a crazy system to run it. So
Great.
I think that
Well
that's a great.
optimized.
This is a great news, I think, from a developer standpoint, and
Hmm.
having Amazon do it is already a little sketch. I don't know if I like
Yeah, they
love
need to
that.
win, I guess.
Amazon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
they've
mean, yeah.
had a lot of games and just not come out, right?
Anybody heard of Luna? Amazon Luna?
Oh, I
No.
remember Amazon Luna
Yeah, it's still trying to happen.
for
It's
two
not dead
seconds.
yet.
No way.
Yeah. You could still claim
Ugh.
free games on Amazon Luna through Twitch if you have Twitch Prime, and like they're trying different things and it's not happening. What I
Mm.
suspect Amazon Luna will do though is, they're like a cloud service. They're going to have to go dormant until cloud gaming really blows up. Like I
Hmm.
don't think it's a dead idea, but right now it's kind of dead. I don't see much movement happening over there.
No, I don't either.
Just pretty crazy. Yeah, does this excite you, James? Like Lord of the Rings MMO, or just
No,
no, not into MMOs?
it's not into MMOs at all.
Sure, totally.
Hate an MMO.
Okay, that's totally fair. I would like to hop in and see how this goes. I think for New World, I kind of like hopped in, did the tutorial, did the first little bit, but then I didn't have a crew to run with, and then I was like, well, that's like the point.
That's the issue. I'm just a solo player a lot of these days.
Yeah, I am too. So who knows? Maybe they will
Who
make
knows?
that experience better, but time will tell. Thank you guys so much for watching this clip. If you want to watch the entire podcast, you can go on podcast platforms and type in Strictly Casual Checkpoint. It's a little blue box that says Checkpoint in white letters. This is episode 162. We also talk about Activision Blizzard deal getting approved. We're talking about Mortal Kombat 1 and the PlayStation Showcase happening next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.